Hello, everybody. Bear with me a few minutes while I make sure everything's set up. If anybody happens to join me, I would be really, really grateful if you could just comment in chat and let me know if you can see the screen, if you can hear my voice. Let me just see everything else. This is indeed my first ever YouTube live. So I really, quite frankly, don't know what I'm doing yet. It's a brand new experience. So do bear with me while I get used to this, and we'll give it a few minutes, and I should, before long, be able to settle into actually what we're here to do. Now, I am going to stick some music on for you guys as well, so that it's not completely silent in the background. So we're just using some music by Slipstream, or on Slipstream, I should say. So hopefully that's not too loud. Again, I'll probably have to make some adjustments to that. That is incredibly loud. I'm going to put that down a little bit for you guys. I'm probably actually going to mute it for me because I really struggle to play games with music on. It's just a weird thing for me. Honestly, it's one of those things that I think might be an example of how close I was to potentially having ADHD. I don't believe I do have ADHD, but yeah, I don't think I was far off it. But anyway, I hope everyone's doing well. Hope you're intrigued by what's about to happen today. I am. I really have no idea how this is going to go. But yeah, we'll just, we'll go with it. We'll just go with it. So I have my OBS set up so that I can see everything I need to see. What's that saying? Sorry, I'm getting a random message on my YouTube studio. I've got to get used to this as well. I think everything's fine. Do think everything's fine. The stream's current bitrate is higher than the recommended open widget. Okay. It recommends I only use 2500. Flipping heck, that's really low. Okay. I can't adjust that while live. So what we'll do is for this stream, we'll leave it as it is. But if I do any more YouTube streams, I'll have to lower that. So I'm a bit... just genuinely just trying to learn how to do everything. I've got polls. I can start a Q&A. Okay, interesting to know. It would be nice if I could have a vertical version of this web page, but okay. So yeah, we're not going to get into it properly until 6:30, and then we'll actually focus on the main body of the live stream. Everything right now is just about learning how to do YouTube live. Okay. So yeah, I know what that is. I'll have to look at that another time. I'm assuming the thumbnail showed up as well. I hope it did. Obviously on screen at the moment, you should be able to see the new Star Citizen launcher, and just in the background, we've got Spectrum on the Opera GX. So hopefully you guys can all see that. I don't actually have any moderators set up at the moment, so that's going to have to be sorted. I can't believe it only wants me to use 2500 kilobytes per second. My internet's better than that, so that's a bit weird. I suppose what I should do is I should let Twitter know that I am indeed live, but I'm not going to do that on that screen because that's the one that you guys can see. So let me come over to here. Logins and all that shit. So let's type out this live now on YouTube. And it would really help if I could spell. I am sorry you can hear all the clicks on my buttons. I've been trying to sort out my audio today and something isn't right with my wavelength filters. So at some point I'm going to have to do all of my filters from scratch because it shouldn't be picking up the clicks as much as it is, especially as like the keyboard is kind of behind the microphone. So I'm not quite sure why that's going wrong. youtube.com/@JediAndyTV. Hopefully. Or do I need to do www.youtube.com/JediAndyTV? Because I know Elon hates his links. Absolutely hates his links, doesn't he? And then I should actually have a bookmark, a thumbnail that I can paste to it, and there we go. Okay, right, make sure I haven't missed anyone yet. No, I'm not expecting to. Okay, so stream health, we get quite a lot of information coming through. We get concurrent viewers, chat rate, views, duration. We've got our stream settings. Enable auto start, enable auto stop, enable DVR, enable 360. Closed captions I can't use. Unlist live replay once stream ends. Okay. Okay. Everything there looks good. I'm going to leave it on analytics, I think. Okie dokie. You know what? I'm going to post that tweet. Notification has gone out on Discord. Let me bring that back up just so that I can see it. Okay. So, I like the fact there's a button to create a stream marker as well. So at some point I'll have to set up a profile on my Stream Deck for YouTube streaming. But okay, this is kind of cool. Now, one other thing I do want to test, and I do like to do, I don't know if this will work. If I do it on my phone, I just want to have a look at YouTube on my phone because I just want to see how easy it is for people to see my stream is live, I guess. Although I can't because it's logged into my profile. Because I'm not really sure what the discovery is going to be like on this. I'm still having problems with my audio. Just turn off noise removal and turn it back on. Hopefully it's fine. I can even hear my mouse. Yeah, I think I'm going to uninstall Wavelink and do it all from scratch again at some point. Keep having to do that with a lot of my stuff, unfortunately. Now, I should still be able to create clips as well, even though I'm on YouTube, with my Elgato Stream Pedal. So let me just do that and see if it's going to create a clip. No, it doesn't seem to be. Okay. Handy to know. Also, why is that not capturing Star Citizen? Have opened the game. Oh no, I haven't opened the game yet. That's why. Duh. Cancel. Cancel. Yep. Cool. Right. 5 minutes, and then we'll get the actual body of the stream started properly. So what we'll do is we'll go over the launcher very quickly. We will have a look at what it says on Spectrum for this test, particularly what's starting at 7 PM GMT or UTC, depending on what part of Europe you're in, and obviously in the US, what time that is as well. I'm not expecting many people, but if we do get people come in, then fantastic. Oh, I've had one view. Wow. It's probably me. Okay. All right. Some water. Obviously, this is basically a bit of a test to see what streaming on YouTube is like, see how easy it is to set up, see the quality of the video, because obviously Twitch has a limit on its bitrate, but apparently on YouTube I can't even hit that limit. But I'll have a look at that. That may be where I've set things for 720 and 30 FPS. It may be that I can increase it to 1080 and go for the 60 FPS. We will give that a try, see if it works, because if it does, then we can have better quality YouTube streams. It may be that maybe once a month to start off with, I come on YouTube and do a stream. So it'll be nice to see if like I can have this as an option, just something to maybe break up the Twitch stream stuff. So so I think what I'll do, I'm going to stop the stream and then start it straight. Oh no, actually no, I won't do that, because I've got it set up for a particular stream and I want to leave it at that. Okay, so what I'll do is I will create a stream marker and then I will do a proper intro. So, enable to add stream marker. Okay. Well, hello there, everybody. Welcome to the channel. My name is Jedi Andy, and this is my first ever live stream on YouTube. So welcome, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Kibbles, hello. How are you? Thank you for dropping in. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the subscription on YouTube. I'm going to have to get used to saying subscription rather than follow, as I'm used to over on Twitch. But I hope everyone is doing well. This is going to be interesting because I've been thinking about doing the occasional YouTube stream for quite a while, and I've kind of, you know, put it off a little bit. But I was just in the mood today. I knew I was going to get on to play Star Citizen from 7 p.m. UK time tonight because of the tech preview test. And I thought, you know what? Today is actually a really good day to give the YouTube stream a try. So basically, I was procrastinating a lot earlier because I'm actually in the process of making a YouTube video, and I was procrastinating constantly with that. But it also convinced me to get on and do this. So I set everything up earlier. Hopefully, everything is working okay. You can hear me fine. There's music in the background, which is all non-copyright, so don't worry. You can see everything on screen. I believe you can see what's going on at the moment, which is currently not a lot. And there'll be more to have a look at as we go along. I can see chat, Kibs. I can see chat, not a problem. So, yeah. And I've got it set for live chat rather than top chat comments or whatever it is, because I find that a bit weird. But yeah, so the plan tonight is we're going to get onto the tech preview channel, and we're going to have a look, because from 7 o'clock, what they're going to be doing is they are going to be increasing the number of players that you can have playing concurrently on a given shard. Now, for those of you who don't know what I mean by shard, Star Citizen is introducing something called server meshing. And server meshing is a way to combine multiple servers within the same environment so that they can all handle the load together and maybe handle different parts of the environment And then as people traverse from one server to another, so say they go from one star system to another, it changes systems, but it will do that seamlessly. It's also designed to prevent being kicked out of the game if one of the servers happens to crash, which in Star Citizen does happen a lot. For those of you who have never heard of a 30k, a 30k is when everyone ends up getting kicked off the server. The plan is that when that happens, is everybody on server 1, because of server meshing and a thing called the replication layer, gets seamlessly, in theory, transferred onto server 2, and can just carry on playing as though nothing's ever happened. And a shard is basically a grouping of a certain number of servers. And at the moment, a server can handle up to 100 people. So what they're trying to do with these shards is gradually increase the number to see how high they can get before performance starts tanking. I have seen on Twitter literally 20 minutes ago that while they were doing this, I think 9-10 hours ago, they managed to get it up to 800 people on a single shard. And I know in terms of other MMOs and stuff, that might not sound a lot, but it really is a lot. Like, to have 800 people flying around this one star system that we've got in the game at the moment, it's incredible. All of a sudden, it makes that star system feel populated. It will not feel empty. Like, there's a much bigger opportunity for you to come across other players. Might be a good idea to let the Discords know. There was a live notification went out on my Discord. Feel free, you know, I'm sure Aidan won't mind you promoting the stream for me in his Discord. I'm not going to like stop talking now because obviously I don't have my face on this stream. So I want to try and keep talking as much as I can without breaking off to do other things, although I've no doubt at some stage I'm going to have to break off and do other things because this is me we're talking about and I can't do a single stream without having a technical issue. But yeah, 800 is a hell of a lot, and that's just on the one shard at this stage of development. Now, bear in mind the technology that they're testing. This is what they have been developing for several years now. This is why Star Citizen has been taking so long to develop, because they need to get this technology is fundamental for the whole plan for Star Citizen. If this doesn't work, the Star Citizen project doesn't work. So this is really, really important. I have no doubt the expectation is like the player cap will be in the thousands at some stage. Who knows? They may achieve it tonight. They may achieve it tomorrow night. You never know. But it will be really cool to see. And as we expand the number of systems, obviously each shard is going to be able to handle, say, 800 each. And then people can transfer from one system to another, go from one server to another, one shard to another. Hopefully it's going to work really well. So the point of tonight's test is just to see how the game performs. This isn't really a major gameplay stream, although we will do like various bits and pieces of gameplay, don't get me wrong. But it's more just about to see, like, we'll go and do some bunkers to see if we get any performance issues, as there are loads more players on the server. We'll go into some combat and we'll just try various different things. I won't go into the other bit I was going to mention, actually. We'll wait a minute. But what I want to start off with is what you can see on screen right now is actually the new game launcher, which is currently only available to Wave 1 testers. And I'm Wave 1 because I'm concierge. I pay money for the subscription as well. So I'm one of the lucky ones who's actually been able to download the new launcher, set it all up. This is replacing the very dated old launcher. And I have to say, it looks really nice. It's really, really crisp. Thank you, Kibbs. Much appreciated. So I didn't even think about putting in his, to be honest. So hopefully Aidan will drop by shortly as well. But yeah, this new launcher, first of all, just on the face of it, like, it looks really clean. It actually fits the Star Citizen style. So if you look at the text they're using, that is the font that they use in within the game. So far, it does run smoother, but again, you know, time will tell, see whether it carries on running smoothly. I'll do a quick tour of it. We don't need to go into it too much. So over here, we've got game. We've only got Star Citizen available. Eventually, that will also have Squadron 42 on there, the standalone game. But obviously, we're a year away from that at the moment. We've got the obvious volume control. I won't open that. We've got a settings menu. We've got a link to the help menu, a link to Spectrum, a link to the issue council, and obviously exit the match. You've seen some horrible game launches in, yeah, so have I as well. Up the top here, we've got a really handy button for status of the game, so it tells you if there are any issues and gives you the link to the website for any more details if there are any issues. You've got your downloads option and your download settings where you can change your speeds, where things install to, and so on. You do have a link to your own RSI account, which is handy. And then if we go into this middle section first, actually, no, we're going to go to this. So we've got currently the different versions of the game that you can access. We've got the live, which is obvious. We've got the PTU, which is currently closed, as you can see on that tab there. And we've got the tech preview channel, which is what we're going to be doing today. If I was Evocati and the Evocati server was up, I'd also have an option for Evocati there, but I'm not Evocati yet. And then, like a lot of launches, we kind of got our news windows. So we've got the community tab, which takes you to the guide system, one which takes you to the community hub where you can post content, and one to Spectrum, which, again, for those who don't know, it's the bespoke forum for Star Citizen. For new citizens, there's a link to the Welcome Hub to learn how to play the game. You can access the guide system, so guides in the game are actual players who have been approved by CIG to act as guides for new players on either general gameplay or something specific within the game, like how to fly, how to do mining, and so on. Really useful to new players. I do encourage new players, if you're really struggling to get to grips with it, have a look at the guide system. 99% of the guides are great. And then, of course, there's your classic knowledge base, your support option there. We then go to the com link, so that just tells you about any recent posts that have been made. So we've got the recent Star Citizen Live and Inside Star Citizen, link to the website about the current event, the Overdrive initiative that's going on, link to the roadmap roundup, lawmakers this week in Star Citizen, and then so on and so on. So all recent posts will show up on there. And of course, we've got the link to the current map patch, so you can see the patch notes. And then if you need to report any bugs, it gives you a direct link to the issue council so that you can go on there, report a bug, or add something to one of the bugs there. And that all comes under the live. Now, PTU, as I said, is currently closed. I'm really glad they've got that there to show you. We've got the same tabs along the top. We've got how to join the PTU, and again, the discussion forum on Spectrum. What we are worried about today is the tech preview. And again, we've still got the new citizens tab. We've still got the Comlinks tab. But the main thing is we've just got Spectrum on there. And then, of course, we have the big launch game button, and we're going to go into that in a moment. But what I want to do now is I want to come onto Spectrum so that we can talk about this tech preview. So this tech preview, this playtest, is for static server meshing, and it's the third round. First round that I've actually taken part in, so this will be kind of interesting. So I'm going to read it. I like to read it out so that you guys can actually hear what it actually says. So hello, Wave 2 testers. Tonight and throughout the weekend, we are running a third round of tech preview playtests for static server meshing. This third build will consist of only the Stanton system, but we will be using this weekend to test different configurations of static server meshing to run multiple parts of the persistent universe. Pyro will appear on the drop-down menu for locations, but make sure to select Stanton, as Pyro will not function. I am a little sad about that because I haven't actually had a chance to dive into Pyro yet, but it's coming. The playtest instructions, the audience are up to Wave 2, and there is no non-disclosure agreement, which is why I'm able to stream it today. When? Started yesterday, and it's going throughout the weekend pending any major build issues. So obviously if they do have any problems, they'll take the tech preview down to go and fix things. Features are static server meshing, Stanton only, starting at 2 DGS, 200 players, replication layer split, and server crash recovery. So these are the things that they are actually testing, are the static server meshing within Stanton, starting at 200 players, and then the replication layer, which is the thing that copies all your data from the server and carries it up to the shards so that it can all be transferred over. And then if the server does crash, the recovery from that as it puts you into another server. The focus is general performance and stability. So we're not here to test any particular features. Nothing from 3.23 will be appearing in this test. This is obviously on the Tech Preview channel. It is on US servers only. And again, the starting player cap is 200, and it will increase during playtest times below, which we'll go into in a second. And they also have a dedicated issue council environment open for reporting issues. Focused player count playtest, and this is why I'm getting on at the time I am. So on Saturday, DGS per mesh increase playtest is between 2 and 4 p.m. CDT, which is 7 to 9 p.m. UTC, which is also GMT for those of you in the UK. So basically, starting 7 o'clock tonight, they are going to increase that cap periodically, let more people in onto the server just to see how it goes. And they're doing that again same time tomorrow night. There are some known issues. You'll occasionally drop out of Quantum mid-travel. You will need to reset your destination and begin Quantum again to continue. Not a big deal, really. You may be unable to exit the hospital bed on respawn after death. To work around this, you'll need to exit to menu and rejoin. This can also happen when being moved to from the Klesher Rehabilitation Facility. Missions, especially those over longer distances, may suddenly get abandoned. While server crash recovery is enabled, not all gameplay systems will recover gracefully. Please let us know where or if you see any issues. You may lose the ability to use the third-person camera. Exiting and entering the pilot seat will work around this. If two players are in different areas, they might not show up in each other's comlink, and missions might not get logged depending on where you are. So it's a relatively simple test. It's not that big a deal, but that is what we're going to be doing. So I'm now going to launch the Tech Preview, and we will get into the game. Now, I've still got to go through the character creation and everything, so we'll do very, very basic on that. I'm not worried about any kind of fancy character for this. We're just planning to get in, get our shit, fly around, do some contracts, see if we need to give any feedback about the game, which we probably will. Let's be honest, it's not going to be perfect, but hopefully it'll be fun. And I'm just really looking forward to seeing these player numbers increasing. What I do need to do is get all the server information bar up the top, in the top right, so we can see the cap and everything. So that's one of the first things we will do once we load in, and I will try and explain to you guys who are watching, who don't necessarily know which numbers to look at. I'll be honest, I don't know all of the numbers to look at because I've never done this before. So this is quite new to me, along with the YouTube streaming. So tonight's a night for it. But we'll see how it goes. Excellent. Weirdly enough, that showed up on OBS before it showed up on my own screen. So I've already set up my controls. I've sorted out the audio, which I now need to turn on for all of us so that we can actually hear it. I need to turn the game down for me. If that game is too loud for you guys, let me know and I can adjust that quite easily. But let's jump into the PU. We're just going to go for the really, really basic character. There we go. Let's just make him look almost as pasty as me. Let's give him some hair. He's got to have hair. I am not bald yet. Let's just get close to my hair colour. close to my hairstyle. You guys can't see me, so some of you don't know whether this is true or not, but that'll do. And we'll save. Right. Obviously, we've got the QR code up in the top right for any issues we report to the issue council. I'm not going to do the tutorial. And obviously, as I said, we can't go to Pyro yet, so we're just going to go to Stanton. And because I know the servers struggle with Orison anyway, sometimes, I'm going to go to Orison. It's going to have to be the US, although I think it would have put me there automatically anyway. And then, there we go. So let's get in the game. Very much looking forward to the Alpha 323 stuff, though, and I'm really hoping that this week's Evocati tests go well, because the sooner that it can pass through Evocati, the sooner that I can get onto the PTU and start testing out 323, streaming that to you guys on mainly Twitch and maybe over here as well, so that we can have a look at a lot of the new features. The video I'm going to be putting out is going to be on the hangars that were shown this week. Just a brief video, brief overview, my feelings on it, trying to get a few people to have some kind of engagement with me on that, have a discussion about those as well. But obviously we've got the distribution centers coming up, we've got the new interaction system, we got the new flight modes, we got the new zero-G traversal stuff, we've got the cargo elevator. There's so much coming in 323. It's almost, not quite, but it's almost going to make it feel like a new game. But it's just exciting. It's in the 2 years I will have been playing the game 2 years on, I think, the 10th of May, something like that. So in that time, this is the most exciting update. And we've had some exciting updates, don't get me wrong. There's been some, like when Salvage was added, for me that was really exciting. There were a couple earlier on, I can't remember what they were, but I know there were others that I was like, this is really cool, I love this. This is the biggest update since I've been playing, and just the stuff that they're going to be adding is going to be so damned cool. And it will probably be the tipping point for me doing Star Citizen for 1 stream a week to doing it 2 streams a week, and then my 3rd stream just being another game. Because I eventually plan to main Star Citizen. That's where I want to go with it. But right now, it's a 1 stream a week thing. Whereas I think there's going to be a lot of people are going to be brought back to the game by this next update, and a lot of new people will be brought in as well. A lot of those people who have been on the periphery, they've been looking in, they've been like, I like the look of this game, but... And a lot of those are just like hanging back. They're waiting for that moment. They're waiting to see a certain something. I think 323 will bring some of that something for a certain number of those people. Won't be everyone, obviously. I think a lot of other people are going to wait until we get the 2nd star system Pyro in the game properly. And that hopefully the end of this year, early next year. But we definitely will see an uptick in players, because quite frankly, those of us who play the game now are going to be waxing lyrical about 323, assuming everything works the way it's meant to. I can kind of envisage another 318 situation where the patch goes up and everything goes to shit for a week or two, because it's just a bit of a shock to the system. There's a lot of stuff that they can't prepare for in testing. A lot of stuff can only be discovered. A lot of bugs, a lot of issues can only be discovered once you put the game out into a bigger number of people, like to the whole audience, because the sheer numbers and the sheer mentality of the everyday players can be the thing that reveals problems. You know, Star Citizen is known for having people who will go in and they will deliberately try to break things to try and discover any of the problems that need to be fixed before the game goes fully commercial. And not only that, you know, if we're going to be having 200, 800 people on a server, they're not going to be able to replicate that often in testing, although with tech preview testing like this, it's going to go a long way towards that. But, you know, hopefully, touch wood, when 323 lands, the bugs will be minimal. I'm not going to say there won't be any bugs because that's impossible. It's just impossible. There will be bugs. I just hope none of them are too game breaking. I hope none of them particularly ruin any of the new features. Like, I hope we're actually able to experience all the new features in a way that we get a good sense of what they're like, even if they're slightly not quite right. So things like the hangers, like the worst thing that could happen with the player hangers is that for whatever reason, your ship doesn't come up on the elevator, or your cargo gets lost when you put it on the cargo elevator. Silly things, that bugs like that, hopefully they won't happen. In some ways, it'll be good if those things do happen, because it means there's something in the background that they weren't aware about, and the devs can then go back and look at it and say, okay, here's the problem. But genuinely, I just want us all to be able to get on with no problems without losing any of the stuff that we had before. Although I do still expect there to be at least a partial wipe, if not a full wipe, with 323. But they've not said either way what's going to happen with that. And if they are able to do it without a wipe, excellent, like brilliant. But I just think with the amount of things that are being brought in here, that, you know, the change in ship prices alone, you know, that's a massive economy change. I just think anything related to the economy is going to have to be wiped, and that'll include any ships that we've bought in game, whatever AUEC we've got, any equipment we've bought in game. I've got a feeling it's all just going to have to go. I don't mind that. I genuinely don't mind, because I kind of feel like 323 is going to be a bit of a reset, a new start in the game with so much new. It just makes sense to start from scratch and experience it all right from the start. But I know not everyone thinks the same way as I do, so I'm a little bit of a rarity. I think I'm going to get a 30,019 here, and not get into the game. Again, this is kind of a bug that does happen with it, so I'm not surprised that there's a bit of a delay getting in, but we'll see how it goes. I'm really glad to see that my bot is working with this. Obviously, I don't have any commands or anything set up yet, because I'm not going to put too much effort into setting YouTube up yet, because I don't know if I'm going to do it regularly. If I do decide I'm going to do it regularly, obviously I'll get commands. I'll try and see if I can get some kind of extra emotes in, although I don't think they're possible yet. And like just various different things. And obviously I'll sort out moderators and that for this. 8 minutes to the test build. Yeah, well, the test build is actually live still. It's that the increase in the player numbers starts from 7 o'clock. People have been playing the test build all day. I could have gotten on at 10 o'clock last night and done it, but I was really tired, and I decided to leave it until this afternoon. Plus, I also knew that if I started playing it earlier, I wouldn't get any of the work done towards the video that I'm going to put out, so kind of had to prioritize that as well. Kips, how does my microphone sound while you're there? Does it sound okay? Is there any echoing as well? Because I have had a problem with audio being duplicated recently. I've had to go in, I accidentally completely deleted my whole equalizer, so I've had to redo that this afternoon as well. But the good thing about Wavelink is you can actually now save it and reload it again later. So that's good as well. So yeah, echo sounds fine. Okay, good. Glad to hear it. And is the music a decent volume? Is the game sound okay? Obviously, I may need to rebalance. It's something I always have to do because I'm terrible at balancing all of this. Audio is far from my strength. So, Yeah. We'll see if Gundy appears, because obviously he wasn't expecting me to be on. See if anyone else decides to come in as well. I didn't tag everyone in the Discord because I thought it would be a little bit cheeky. Ooh, I actually get a now live email as well. Cool. Had to get used to like creating a thumbnail for a stream. It's just like, I'm not used to that. It may be, if I like this enough and if it goes well enough, like if I get more people watching on YouTube, it may be that I end up just like ditching Twitch. You can't hear the music, but you're playing Helldivers. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Okay, what I'll do, just if I shut up a moment, and then I'll just put the music up to 5%. That may end up being a bit too loud, but again, people can let me know if that needs adjusting down. So yeah, again, I expected it to take a while to get in. I didn't expect us to seamlessly just get on the server and everything be good. What I should do is, while we're waiting, you're not going to be able to see this, I'm going to have Spectrum open in terms of the chat for Spectrum for the testing, just so that I can see what people are saying. Just have a look at the channel info, see if they've changed any of that. Okay, so it does sound like there are some bottlenecks in terms of the number of people, but we'll dip in and out of that and see how it goes. All right, bring that back up. Bring the game back up for me. And now we just wait and wait and wait. I wonder, one of the things I do wonder is if people who have already subscribed to the channel, I do wonder if they get some kind of notification. I suppose if they haven't turned notifications on, they probably won't. But it'll be interesting to know if anyone who's subscribed does get some kind of notification that I've gone live. Because it would be good to see some of those people drop in and say hello, because they're people I don't know. Oh, hello. Yeah, we go. 3018. Timeout while connecting to a server. Kind of expected that to happen, so we will try again. Persistent universe. Server change unavailable. That's absolutely fine. And we'll just keep trying until it lets me in. So I think this live stays up on the channel as well, which is cool. So I don't know if I can edit it so that I can get rid of like that first half an hour while I was just setting everything up. But yeah, the live will stay on, so this should count towards my push for YouTube partner as well, which will be cool. So we want to get all the views in. Does a live count as a post? I assume it does. I don't know. But I just to let you guys know, I'm currently 72 public watch hours away from the hours part of the eligibility for YouTube partnership. I do need to upload more videos though, so that's all on me. But I think 323 is going to give me a lot of opportunities to do that, so we'll see how it goes. I do keep noticing my concurrent viewer number goes up every so often, so somebody's dropping by and then leaving. But that's live streaming for you. That happens to all of us. Yeah, I had a choice of doing this or watching the England game, and I was just like, I can't bring myself to watch international football. I really can't. I've just lost all interest in it. Just there was a time where I would have watched every match, like way back when, like in the Stevie Gerrard days, even before then in the Beckham days. You know, I watched England all the time. But as the years have gone on, I've just got less and less interested in international football. It just doesn't do anything for me. It's not because there weren't Arsenal players in, because we've always had Arsenal players in the squad. I think there's maybe one tournament where I think an Arsenal player got in the squad and didn't even get on the pitch. But it's not even anything to do with that. It's just, I just find international football so boring sometimes. You know, some of the opponents you end up against, it's just so strange. Oof. So I've just seen someone I follow, Casa Black, who's a really good creator for Star Citizen. He's been on a server where there were 800 people. Oh, actually, no, there were 701 people in a server where the cap was 800. So I'm just having a look at what Steel Wicker says. Steel Wicker says there are still a few bugs, those things like the Orison shuttle doing a barrel roll on a French stream, but that's not too bad, you know. Gabs has just posted a copy of the 701 out of 800. Yeah, honestly, my Twitter is currently full of Star Citizen creators going, oh my god, this is amazing. So yeah, it's looking good. Just looking down, I want to see more comments. I want to see more positivity. As I've said a few times on my Twitch stream, like, for some reason over the last 2 months, there's been a lot of negativity around the Star Citizen community, a hell of a lot of negativity, where there's just been criticism after criticism after criticism. And that's even from people who don't normally criticize. And yes, to be fair, there were certain things that deserved criticism. I do think the way the Idris event was implemented could have been implemented a lot better. At the same time, it seemed to have invited a lot of childish saltiness, I would say. Situations where it wasn't so much that there was a problem with the game itself, it was more a case of people's FOMO kind of took them over a little bit. And there were just comments made about streamers being particularly privileged with all this stuff, and accusations. And it was just, where has this come from? And I think a lot of it is because people genuinely, you know, CitizenCon last year really amped up excitement. It really, really got people going, oh my god, this is actually happening, after a long time of waiting. And I think a lot of people just expected it to be tomorrow. And, you know, there was this thing about 323 is going to be April, but that means it's not in the first quarter, so it means 323 is already late. No, it's not the case. First big patch of the year has always come in April. So, and one of the things I have noticed in my time playing is if they say a particular month or a particular quarter, they don't necessarily mean live in that quarter. It can actually mean PTU in that quarter, and I do think that's a little bit of a cheeky thing that they do. Hello, Stug, how you doing? Maybe people are tired of waiting, but there's still a very long way to go. I mean, yes, people are tired of waiting, but again, as I said earlier before you were here, Stuo, the game's been waiting on this tech, and we're now at the stage where the tech is A, being tested, B, holding up a lot with the testing. Obviously there are bugs, and each test they do, they're moving it on further. Like the fact that we can now have 701 people on a shard is fantastic, and we're getting there. And we also know, and we've known this for a long time, is that most of the resources were going into Squadron 42. That was the point. They had to get Squadron 42 sorted, because basically Squadron 42 is going to be an advertisement for Star Citizen when it comes out. And Star Citizen will gain a lot of new players because of Squadron 42. But also, 42 is the test bed for this tech. We know that Squadron 42 is feature complete, and now they've moved a lot of people over to the point where they're actually getting a roadmap to 1.0 put together. I wouldn't quite say we're in the final leg. We're not quite there yet, but we're certainly now in the part where things will pick up pace. Just look at the number of things that they're looking to put into 3.23. Like, this will be, if not the biggest patch, it will be one of the biggest patches they've ever done. I say patch, I shouldn't use the word patch. This is updates, new versions near enough, and it's one of the biggest ones. And that means, you know, we'll get a 3.23a or a 3.23.1 at some point, and that will probably bring in a couple of things that they're not quite able to get ready in time for 3.23. Whether or not we'll get a 3.24 remains to be seen. I wouldn't be surprised if we get one around, you know, August time, just as they bring in a few more things, just in time for IAE in November. And then, you know, my working assumption at the moment, it is just an assumption, is that the Christmas update will be 4.0 on the PTU. That's what I think they're aiming for. And obviously we've got CitizenCon in October, which I should be going to. Very, very excited. And, you know, fully expect the Squadron 42 release date to be announced then. And I reckon they'll save the actual roadmap to 1.0 until CitizenCon. I don't think they're going to release it to the public before then. We'll get a general roadmap up until 4.0, go on the website at some point relatively soon. But I think the roadmap to 1.0, they're going to hold back for CitizenCon, which, you know, to be fair, it makes sense. How long have you been playing the game, Stug? Have you been around since the start, or most of the life of the game so far? I'm going to get another 30,018 here, so hopefully third time will be the charm. I was going to say charge. And by the way, if there is anyone else new here, welcome. Thank you for coming and joining us. I really appreciate you being here. For those of you who haven't read the title, you probably have, but this is my first YouTube stream ever. I just thought I'd use the tech preview as an opportunity to also test out YouTube. So, you know, we're here, and yeah, I'm excited for this. How many years we are in Stanton now? They're adding Pyro, but how long will it take to go to, say, 10 systems? Well, let me tell you my theory. My theory is that they will launch with 5 systems. I think that is what they will do. Again, pretty confident that they are working on at least one other system in the background that they're not really telling us. We know that Nyx is potentially a thing because that's a system that's been talked about for years. And we've also had the other 2 jump gates put into the Stanton system for Magnus and what's the name of the other one? There we go. Oh, it's just a normal 30k. Okay. What's the name of the other system that we've got a jump gate to? I can't remember. So I kind of think we're going to have Stanton, Pyro, Magnus, Nyx, and one other. And they've probably got a bit of a plan for those anyway. And what I think will happen once the game is actually 1.0, because this is a game that they're going to want to keep updating regularly, because this isn't going to be a short-term game. They're going to want this to have a long, long life. I think every 6 months they'll probably launch another system. Maybe, I don't think it'll be every year. I reckon at a pinch, depending on how many people they have working on the systems, they could do 1 a quarter. But I think that's asking a bit much. But I don't think it will take that long to get to the 10 system. They may at certain stages do a drop of more than one system. All of this is speculation, by the way. That's all we can do at the moment is speculate. But it's also, we also have to remember this is a business. This is a product. It's a product that they want to make money out of over the course of many years. So they're going to need to do something to reinvigorate excitement every so often. And I think that is where the star systems will come in. You're more or less from the start, but you played very little because of bugs, but you've never cared really, as this game has such a huge scale. It obviously takes time to finish. Exactly. It is a phenomenal ambition. Like, Chris is insane. Like, let's make it perfectly clear. Chris Roberts is absolutely insane, but I'm glad he is. You played a lot more last year. The game really progressed in your opinion. Yeah, it did. Last year was... I'm currently in my second year. So I started in May 2022, sorry. And yeah, even like over the calendar year, January 23 to December 23, the game changed a lot. And I think it's very easy for a lot of people to kind of forget about where the game was back then and compare it to where it is now, because it is vastly different already. And 323 is just going to be insane. It's going to be absolutely insane. So, I mean, what are you most looking forward to from 323, Stug? I have to say, by the way, guys, I like streaming without a camera. I feel much less self-conscious at the moment. So, by the way, guys, as I was saying, if you are new, very much welcome. Feel free to subscribe. Obviously, it'd be great to have you here. I am going to get a YouTube video out this week. And I'm going to try and pull my finger out so I get at least one video out a month and maybe a live a month as well. And then we'll see how things go and we'll try and pick things up from there. Tech test load very slowly, by the way. Is it laggy today or just load tech spec? My tech is within the recommended, but it is at the low end of the recommended. So obviously, you know, that probably is pushing it down a little bit because of what's going on with this test. But I again, you know, it's the tech test. I don't expect everything to be completely smooth anyway. It does feel like it's slowly getting there, but for all I know, there could be 800 people on there already, and that's why I can't get in. So but we'll see how it goes. Again, I'm only going to be on until the end of the increases, so 9 o'clock UK time. My friend Artemis is going to be streaming over on Twitch at 9 as well, so I'm going to want to go and join him. But yeah, it's hopefully it is third time's the charm. If it isn't, well, if it does fail again this time, I might close the launcher, reopen it, because that sometimes solves issues with all the various error messages that come up as well. I know that's what we always used to have to do with 30Ks, is we used to have to exit it first and load it back up. Hello, Saber, how are you doing? It seems so strange seeing your full name there, Saber. But luckily, I know it's you. How's it going, Saber? You good? Just, yeah, that name doesn't suit you. You're Blue Saber. That's it. End of story. If you're at Comic-Con, that is what I'll be... Comic-Con. If you're at CitizenCon, that is what I'm going to be calling you. I will never call you Colin. So... But, and you, Stug, have you done any of the tech tests as well, by the way? You're good, thanks. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Yeah, just trying to get in on this tech test because I want to see 800 people nearly on a server. By the way, the code to get up all the shard number and everything, it's R_display info. Is it 1? Because there's different ones, aren't there? Isn't there 1, 2, and 3? Can't remember which way round it goes. You've heard FPS mode is revamped a bit in 3.23, so I hope it's better now. There's a lot of huge issues. Yeah, the FPS has been very basic, and obviously the NPCs have been weird. The AI wasn't best. I was reading earlier that on these shards, the NPCs are insanely good. Like, they are pretty much behaving like genuine threats. That is the kind of comment that I've been seeing. So that is going to be cool. Like, bunkers have, like, recently I've been finding bunkers are harder. Like, I was doing the first parts of the Overdrive initiative, and you actually had NPC enemies running into the room and charging me, rather than just standing there. Like, once the elevator doors open, they don't just stand in the elevator looking gormless. They actually leave and look for threats. And that is on the live servers currently we're in. So for this, it's going to be really cool. Right, Tilda, R_ display info. Let me try one. Yeah, that's the one I wanted. Tilda again. So I'm currently getting 35 FPS on Orison. It's actually pretty decent for me. So server FPS is at it's hovering between 12 and 15. My ping is over 100. I don't understand what the BWin stuff is. How do I know which server number this is? You didn't apply for the tech test, just lazy and let it go slowly. What I didn't like is slower progress for factions. It's tests after all. It's quite troublesome to get points after every patch. Oh, yeah, no, I know what you mean. Again, the whole reputation system is going to get an overhaul anyway at some stage. Yeah, I don't know how to tell which server number I am. I don't think it's on that particular screen. What I'm going to do... R_ display info 2. That's the one I want. That is the one I want. There we go. So shard ID is PTU use 1B 9121694040. Got a session number up there. Replication layer is enabled. Server recovery report 0 so far. We'll keep an eye on that, see how many server recoveries we get. Server time, server FPS, universe time, ping, BWin, net thread, render, current player location, and all the entities. Right, let's... First of all... Right, first thing I noticed is opening the inventory was clean and smooth. And I do often find that the inventory can be quite laggy. This is Tech Preview, Justin. Hello and welcome to the channel. How are you doing? Good to see you. So I'm just gonna... It doesn't really matter what I wear for this, but... Let's just... You know what? It's only the PTU, so I'm not going to lose it forever. Let me put... Oh, half my armor is missing. Okay, interesting. Oh, no, it isn't. There it is. Okay. Weapons. So yeah, we're just on until 9 o'clock UK time, just doing all this server meshing test. We might as well grab my yellow FS. Actually, where's my backpack? That's heavy armor. You have to wear the red one. You're good? I am good, thank you. I'm good. It's I'm excited. I'm really excited with where things are going with this. So I'm kind of very, very keen to get on and test all of this out. See how it all goes. Right, let me just grab things and stuff and more things. We'll have to go and get some ammo. But let's see how this feels. Okay, I did just get a little bit of a lag there. Jesus, that music is loud. No, wrong button. Options, audio, music. I love you. I really do love the music in this, especially at Orison. But oh my God, you're loud. You've heard it's a test with 800 people. Well, let's have a look. Where are we at the moment? I think that's hiding it, isn't it? Currently, there's not... It looks like this isn't working. So... _... info 0. Is it up in that corner? No. Oh no, it usually shows it somewhere around here, doesn't it? But it's not updated yet. Okay. I want that back on. We'll keep an eye on that as we go along. Oh, that was a bit slow to react. Yeah, I've just been seeing on Twitter just that there were 701 people on the server, or on the shard, I should say, with a cap of 800. But it is from now, well, from 20 minutes ago, that they are increasing that cap to see how performance goes. Now, bear in mind, when we first got up to 100 people, performance at Orison was terrible. Like, it really was bad. And for the most part, seems to be pretty decent right now. But everybody looks like they're shitting themselves. Well, what's got you all scared? You can use the up and arrow keys to select your last commands and press tab to autocomplete. Can you? Thank you, Just. That's really useful. I appreciate that. I'm far from a tech genius, so that is handy. Yeah, it looks like they're all terrified by something. So that could be a sign of a slight issue. But what I want to do is I want to go and get some ammo. It is a funny bug. It's a harmless bug, hopefully. Performance is beautiful. I know FPS is like going into the red for me there, but it doesn't feel like it. It feels very smooth, and I have to say the quality is crisp. I haven't seen the game look this crisp for me for a while, because I don't have it on the highest settings for everything. Not that mad. But let me get some FS9 ammo. Hi, you okay? So not everyone is running scared. So it's just everyone outside green circle. Very strange. Right, it's backpack. Personal weapons. FS9, there we go. Let's just grab 10 of them. I'll also grab some fluids. Cruise, of course. The server FPS is great, which is the most important for AI reaction time. Exactly. What it means is I'm going to die a lot. Basically. let's be completely honest. It does mean my life is forfeit right now. So, yeah, we're going to look forward to that. Ammo.
I think you're going to be happy with that.
Oh no, I put it in here. Just sling a load of ammo on. So we're going to need that. I want to go and grab some basic meds. I do also want to go to Providence because I want to get the other tractor beam. See how well that's working. See it, because on the live servers I do get issues with the maxi lift. Especially like dropping boxes through ships if you use it, if you transfer it from one person to another. So I do want to see if that still happens. But no, right now, I'm not gonna lie, it feels very, very good. Does everyone have access to the tech preview, or is it restricted? So as far as I'm aware, it's wave 2, up to wave 2. So I don't know if or when they will expand it to everyone for the tech preview. I'm not sure if they do that. I think they did do it a while back on one of the previous tech previews, but to be honest, I expect they will do, because they're going to want to test to see how many people they can get onto a shard at any one time. And it just makes sense to open it up to everyone so that they can properly stress test it. Always need cortico pens because I'm terrible. And I'm not worried. Oh, hold it. Let me get some of those. I keep pressing tab because I keep thinking I'm playing something like Minecraft. Right, you on there. You on there. And you there. I'm also really looking forward to the new inventory system for when you're looting. That's going to be a big game changer as well. Well, guys, those of you who are new here, I do usually stream over on Twitch. So feel free to go and drop me a follow over there if you want to see me. Like, I stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, usually at 6 p.m. UK time. It is a mixture of games at the moment. So Star Citizen, we're doing some Star Wars Battlefront EA versions at the moment. And there'll be a few other games popping in and out as well. Things like 7 Days to Die. I'll get Jedi Survivor going on there at some point. Obviously Outlaws when it comes out. So yeah, feel free to go and drop me a follow over there. Still Jedi Andy TV, and you're more than welcome to come and join the community over there. But also, don't forget to sub over here. In your launcher, you can see a tech preview, but it's on 3.22.0, so you don't know if it's the right one. Let me just have a look at my launcher. Yes, it's 3.22.0. So make sure just you've gone onto the website and copied your account to the PTU again, otherwise it won't work. And obviously just I would verify your files as well, just to make sure you've got the most recent version on there. And then yeah, give it a try, jump in. Apparently there's 101 players on server 40, which I believe is the one that I'm on. Yes, it is. Apparently 30 had a 30k. Someone called a ship in at Lorville and it was destroyed. There's no way to check max players without someone on main menu who's a friend. Okay. Okay. And DPG Finn is going to invite everybody to a giant party. Yay, someone's inviting me to a party. Pulling in vehicles at Lorville doesn't spawn them, that's ground vehicles. Trains at Hurston aren't running. So Lorville sounds like it's fucked. I'm glad I picked Orison. But again, FPS is holding relatively steady. Relatively steady. Let's hope it lasts. Right. I want personal weapons. I want the... I'm not worried about salvage. I just want the max lift right now. So we'll buy that. We'll buy my tractor beam attachment. And... I'm not going to worry about testing mining. I'm not going to get the you know what? Let's get the Cambio light just in case. That'll do for now. Right. Where's weapons? Weps. Utility instead, right. Tractor beam attachment. Excellent. Right, that should do it. Right, now we're going to go somewhere where we can shoot at people. Sounds fun to me. Someone says this is much better than the last replication layer test they were in. Just keeping an eye on what people are commenting. There literally is someone inviting everyone to a major party. I mean, it's worth doing because we need to see... Oh, there we go. Left bracket to accept. So basically, we're going to be in a huge party. This will be interesting.
Please clear the hatch.
Only got one other person currently on Orison. So it looks like most people pick someone somewhere else as their starting space. The Inkwell has joined us. The whole thing is as well, once you're on a shard, you can use the game chat across the shards. And I know with one of the previous tests, it wasn't working. but it hopefully they've got it working now. So that'll be really cool. He's really invited everybody. Oh my god, it's insane. Sand Shark 77, Sandal Sock. Oh, who wears sandals and socks at the same time? Tram appears to work fine on Norristown. Yes, I can attest to that. Someone has actually got a train going in Lawville. Zero Fox Given has now joined the party. Cool. Yo guys, how many are online right now?
This is your stop. Please prepare to
What I
disembark.
would say, just if you do load into the tech preview, just before you load into the game, just have a look to see how many. Oh, you won't be able to see how many people are on the server, will you? Because we haven't got friends set up for it yet. Oh wait, no. I want to stay on that because I'm going to the spaceport. Elevator doors are closing so quickly. I mean, obviously, as we all know, the elevators are basically the canary in the cage for this game. So if there are any problems with elevators at any point, you know there's a server issue. So if they're working fine, you know the server is fine. Like, they literally are the canaries. So, Ground Gate 6 isn't spawning vehicles at Lawville. Those who recommended taking tram to TDD at Lawville, I offer you my firstborn. Wow. Who has a big ship? Oh my god, are we all going to get on one big ship and see how well it does? Let's get on a Hammerhead or a 890 jump and just see how the game performs with like a whole crew on it. Oh, Sandal Soccer's given up. He's left the party. It would be nice if we had contracts working again. So apparently contracts aren't working properly. Okay. They did say there may be issues with contracts, so that doesn't surprise me. So let's just get a bunch of people onto a big ship, at least at Seraphim. So actually, before I type anything, let me get off
Last call for
the
passengers.
shuttle.
The shuttle is preparing
Otherwise,
to
I'll be
depart.
riding it all round. I'll head up to Seraphim. You got some people talking in party, some people not. I think everyone's just talking general. Right, let's see how the elevator copes with 2 people in it. I know that sounds silly, but right. You coming? Apparently not.
Friendly reminder to check under
Elevators are almost always strange, and some of them were just bugged at birth. Yeah, definitely. Some of them definitely were born with additional needs. There's no two ways about it, but let's see what happens. Smooth. Yes, this feels good. You have a 5 gigabyte update to make for the previews. You have to wait a bit. It won't take long, just unless your internet is really slow. I had to do that update as well, and it was literally done within a couple of minutes. So you should be okay. Lots of people at Lawville need rides. Oh god, I'm glad I didn't load in at Lawville because it sounds like it's a bit of a nightmare there. Oh my god, all our pads are full. What do you expect? I mean, once we've got instance hangers, we won't have that problem as much. So, are you alright over there? What on earth are you doing? Oh. Kneel before me. Right.
Welcome to the ASOP
Let's just
vehicle
grab the
retrieval
Titans,
system.
go up to Seraphim. I'm not even going to put paints on or anything right now. It's not worth it. Hangar 3.
Please visit us again.
Even pressing the button feels clean. I know that sounds stupid, but sometimes I feel like I have to spam the button.
already been granted.
Oh, there's a bug. Right, elevator door isn't... Oh, no, it is. It is. Hangar 3. Your network is a bit slow, but not horrible, so probably take you about 30 to 45 minutes. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. That gives you time to get on, at least get some of this part of the test. God, I cannot wait until this is my own hangar. It's going to be so good. Oh, just seeing your ship raise out of the floor. Oof. So good. I've got a feeling a significant proportion of people loaded in at Lawville because obviously it's the most central place. I've got a feeling too many people chose there. Right, let's see if my controls are all working.
You are clear to launch.
Ooh, that was quick. Literally, I pressed the button and I got permission. Ignore the fact that my throttle is on forward, even though it's pulled all the way back. Personal hangars are literally one of the things I've been waiting for since I started. Oh, some landing gear just outside the door. That's not helpful.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Okay, when I say this feels smoother than normal, I'm not kidding. This feels smoother than normal. This feels really good. With that FPS climbing as I get further away from Orison. Right, I'm gonna try third person. I know it's a bug. The detail is sharper. All of the detail is sharper than normal. Okay. Comms channel only shows people in your node, not the entire server. Okay, that's good to know. So we go back to the comm channel. Yeah, it's not showing many people at all. Oh, we've got a quantum calibration has been started by someone in my party. We're past the 90, that's why. You prefer Crusader from Lawville because if you get high enough rep with Crusader security, you can visit Korea Station without being shot. That is definitely a bonus. Orison is my favourite place in the system. Like, I just love Orison. This is where my home will be. This is where my hangar will be located. Who's got a big ship? Somebody's got a Karak. So my favourite ship as well is what we're going to be riding. So fantastic. Don't know if you guys noticed that. When I exited Quantum on the live server, there's always this like 2 or 3 second period where I can't do anything. It feels like there's a bit of a lag. I didn't have that. Did not have that. There was a personal hangar in the beginning, but oh well, it went down when Stanton was released, yeah. And they've changed them now anyway, haven't they? Yeah, but you couldn't really leave with your ship from that hangar. Yeah, they were basically for display purposes, weren't they? I'm just so excited for personal hangars. I really am. I will spend far too much time in my personal hangars. So, details. Someone just saw someone drop out the sky and crash at full speed. The server is going crazy. Okay, somebody is going to go to the menu to check the numbers if someone sends a friend request. So, just hopefully somebody does that. Excuse the slow speed, that is my throttle. I need to clean it. Why is there a missile flying around? So will you. Cool. Right, it's contact
Please
agency.
proceed to assigned landing bay.
Instant, absolutely instant, no delay. What the fuck was that? Somebody just exited Quantum right behind me. Fucking hell. I honestly, you guys need, if you play the game, I can't explain to you how good this feels. This is the best the game has felt. Like, genuinely. It's like it just works. And we've already got over 100 people on this server. Oh, there's some landing gear there. So there seems to be a lot of people exploding for some reason. So that a bit better.
Landing complete.
Landing
Doesn't
complete.
say.
Thank you. So guys, just Stug, what was your start? What was your first pledge? What ship did you go for? This feels so good. Oh, we're meeting at Everest for the big ship now. Because if we're meeting at Everest, it's thanks to the server for FPS being so high. Yeah, I'm loving this server FPS. Where is it? My FPS is 60. Server FPS, where have you gone? 15. It's hovering at. That's Seraphim. Now, you started with the Aurora. Again, not a bad choice in the sense that it's one of the cheapest ones. Right, that's a bug. The double doors on the elevators. So that is the worst thing I've seen so far. R350i. The what?
Welcome to the ASOS
Right,
vehicle
store
retrieval
that.
system. Please visit us again.
You now have an Andromeda as used and the F7C Mark II. You went for the F7C, did you? Excellent. I started with the Titan. I got the Invictus edition. I also have a Mercury Star Runner, which is one of my favourite ships in the game. I have a Zeus MR, obviously on its way, and a Vulture. 'Cause I Sand Shark, can you close your microphone, please? Sand Shark, all we were getting there was serious feedback. There was a time when it was a really cool ship. I don't even know what... is our 350i Origin? Be nice if actually more people started using... Right, that armor looks so good. Hi there. Come here often. Care Bear Sparkles. Oh. Nope, still getting the feedback. Some bug, yeah. That was basically somebody using their voice over internet protocol and it wasn't working properly. Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm not going to be getting an F7A. I'm going to say something really, really controversial here. I don't like the Hornets. I just really don't like them. I think they're ugly. But I know I am very, very rare. So I'm not representative of most people who play the game. So I kind of don't really have any interest in it. But I will do the event just for the sake of doing the event. No running in the corridors, please. Hi there. If you can hear me, jump. Oh, thank you to Mrs. Goldthwaite for subscribing to the channel. Much appreciated. Again, guys, if anyone else isn't subscribed to the channel yet, feel free to. I do post mostly videos. I'm going to be getting on to do more videos, but I am thinking I might do one YouTube stream a month. Maybe eventually do more. But I do mainly stream on the Purple platform, 3 nights a week as well. So feel free to go and drop me a follow over there at Jedi Andy TV. You can also find me on X on, I was going to say Truth Social. I am definitely not on Truth Social, I can tell you that much now. I'm in Hive Social. I don't use that one that much. Threads and Instagram. So yeah, you can go and drop me a follow on all of those. And I do have a Discord. If you go to my Twitter, the Discord link is there. I haven't sorted it out for... Actually, no, I think it is in my my About section on YouTube. You are a relatively proud owner of a Santoki Eye. And yeah, you completely back you on the opinion about Hornets. Yes, I am not alone. One thing you prefer on the old F7C is the screen at the top of the cockpit and the way it opens. Okay. Oh, that's the other ship I have. I do have a Lightning. I do have a Lightning, and I love my Lightning. It was cooler. Yeah. Somebody just turned up in a big ship, and I want to know which one it was. Oh, you know what I haven't done at Seraphim so far? Actually, let me... What ship are we getting on at Seraphim? Question mark. What did people think of the Idris, by the way? Forget the event. I know the event was a bit of a shit show for a lot of people. Bit exclusive. But in terms of the ship itself and what they showed on Inside Star Citizen, what do people think of it? I'll tell you now, I love it. If I had the money, I'd get one. Or try to get one, I should say. But I kind of fell in love with the Idris once they started showing us the interior. And I can't wait to see it in game. Really can't wait to see it in game. Right, what ship are we getting on at Seraphim? Touchdown, Dawn at the Voyager Barial, Norris and Summers watching. Hangar 2 at Seraphim. Okie dokie, let's go to Hangar 2. Yeah, cool. Okay, we're getting on a... is it a C1? So it took someone 10 minutes to rejoin, but we were at 117 out of 200, so we're on an A1. So we're nowhere near the cap yet. So 7 people. I'll get in the co-pilot seat, but I'm not going to lie, I'm not co-piloting. Hangar 2, Seraphim to go to Everest Harbour. Cool. Don't go into the hangars at Lawville if you come here. Lots of ship debris and quick impounding. Okay, so there's definitely like a lot of issues at the moment. I'm recognizing a few of the names in the game chat as well, like Cosmic D I've seen on quite a lot. Dash I'm pretty sure I've seen as well. So Ollie 43 is on the test somewhere, guys, so keep an eye out for him in the chat as well. The Idris is really cool, but I have a hard time having your friends play this game. So you're pretty much always solo, apart from the Overdrive mission where you played with randoms. Are you not in any organizations yet? Just... I mean, none of my real life... Well, one of my real life friends, who's actually a friend from Twitch, who's become a real life friend, he's got the game, but he won't be playing it until Pyro comes out, because that's going to be where the gameplay that he wants to get involved in will be around. I have another friend who I met online, who's now a real life friend as well, who, again, he bought the game, but he doesn't play at the moment because he didn't want to be too engaged in the alpha side of things, which is fair enough. It's not for everyone. But outside of that, I don't think any of my other real life friends do. It's basically online friends that I've met through streaming who I play the game with. But I do play solo a lot as well. I quite like solo play, especially salvaging. But yeah, I'm a casual player as well, but it can be I've got an organization that I'm starting. I'm just not in the stage of inviting people to it yet, but that will be coming. And it will be a casual org. It's not going to be role play or anything. So this is Contagion in the pilot seat. So, FPS is holding fairly steady. We've had no server recoveries so far, which is great. Yeah, just keeping an eye on this. The server 40, shard 40, I should say. No problems indeed. We do only have about an hour and 10 left of the test, so hope we kind of get to go and do something. I say of the test is ongoing. It's just between those times is when they're doing the increasing the cap. So I don't think they'll increase the cap until we hit the 200 people on each server. So I'm going to watch what this guy does and just see how smooth. Again, I do have a problem. If I jump into Quantum on live and I go into third person view, I do get a lag. So let's see if we get that lag now. Don't crash. Please don't crash. So I miss Port Olisar. I really miss Port Olisar. It made sense to give us Seraphim, don't get me wrong, I'm glad they have done. But boy, what the actual fuck was that? Right, that was weird. Let me add a stream marker there. That was really fucking weird. So literally, jumping into Quantum forced me to exit from the co-pilot seat while I was watching it in third person. Let's see if it does it again, because it looks like it's done the thing where it cancels. Has his ship taken damage? His ship looks filthy. Port Olisar was different. You like it for... Yeah, same. What's my button? Just let you know, Contagion. It kicked me out of the seat when you jumped into Quantum. I was in third person and then just went absolutely mental and kicked me out. So, yeah. There we go. It's responded. Karak is ready at Hangar 2 at Everest. I love the Karak so much. He was wondering what that was. Yeah, I'm currently on streaming on YouTube, Contagion, so I'll make sure it gets reported on the issue council as a very, very weird bug. So, still 30 minutes to go. I mean, no, there's still an hour to go, Cosmic D. Yeah, thank God I did survive Stark. I honestly thought I was being kicked out. It definitely looks like his ship's been damaged. Like, it looks dirty. But... oh, he's trying to talk in game chat. I do like the Spirit, but it's the E1 that I want. Maybe Stranded in Space. Can you even jump now? Oh, sorry, I was holding down the wrong button while I was talking to my stream. Are you having issues getting back into Quantum, Contagion? At least he's responding to me in chat. No, we're in Quantum. We're in Quantum. That's interesting because it's not actually showing that on my screen. We're actually almost there. Okay, that's really, really weird because on my screen we are literally sitting still. I'm gonna exit the seat and see if that does anything. Contagion has left the part. There we go. We're here. Okay, yeah, getting out the seat kind of sorted that out for me. Again, they did say that there was an issue with being in third person.
Engage. Quantum travel.
This is interesting. You're hearing Jedi Andy speak in the party voice, but no one else.
Hello.
Well, hello there, everybody. I did just hear someone else. Who was that?
It's Sword.
Hello, Inkwell. How are you doing? And Dash isn't using VoIP. Why not Dash? Ow. Is that a ship curving in? That's cool. What the fuck, he says? What the fuck? You're probably gonna get TP'd, probably.
Okay, so I guess I can be Hero. Good.
Dude. Right. So that's... Okay, I'm not getting... Be careful, because sometimes you're talking in proxy and not comms. Yeah, that's what I was just trying to check. Just see which one it is. So that's... Sorry, everyone. That one's proximity. That one's proximity only.
Hey.
So... This is the one I want to use. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, 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 oh. I think Contagion got his license off a cereal box.
Landing.
GG, Contagion. Well, don't worry, Contagion. 323, you'll get a much better sized hangar. I'm going to start the campaign to get more people using VoIP, I think. Where is this Karak that we can come and board? Outside of Everest. Room for more Pandemanium, or are you full up? Oof. That was a little bit of a tight squeeze there, Contagion. Oh, that really is a tight squeeze, isn't it? Bloody hell. Pandemanium, we are at Everest, and I think we're in Hangar 1 at the moment. Make that Hangar 4. Thank you. You're starting the game. Okay, cool. Hello to everyone who's watching as well. I don't know if a couple of new people have joined. I can see that concurrent viewer number going up. This is already doing better than my Twitch streams, guys. So thank you very much. But if you are new, welcome. I would absolutely love you to come and join us in-game and subscribe as well. I do have a YouTube video coming out this week on the new persistent instance hangars. And I'm going to try and do a YouTube stream once a month to start off with, I think. But you can also find me over on Twitch at Jedi Andy TV. Just wait for Pandemanium to land, because I love the Karak, and I'm so glad the camera's not on because you don't have to witness me cream myself. Hangar 12. You did sub. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Really do appreciate that. I am aiming to get to like the lower tier of YouTube partnership, so I do appreciate that. That's really cool. Oh, I love this ship. Oh, and he's got the paint. He's got the paint. Hangar 12, Contagion. Oh, I love this ship so much. Honestly, guys. the Karak is my baby. I still love it more than the Idris, but I'll be honest. Yeah, it's gonna let me open. I love seeing all these people working together to test this thing out. Like, we're all just enjoying this together. This is why I love Star Citizen, because it's a community. It's so cool. Best community in gaming, for sure. Go to the habitation deck. Okay, so I've already asked you guys what your starting ships were. So, different question. What's your favourite ship? Obviously, I've told you my favourite ship is the Karak. Plus, I have a huge soft spot for the Mercury Star Runner. Hello there. But I don't think I can invite Contagion, can I? Because I'm not leading the party, so... Love this. Hello down there. I need my friend Keo on. Keo. Oh, they've managed to get a 2 SCU box in here. Sweet. I don't know why the character crouches down. Left bracket to accept. That's Dash SC. Hello. Hello there, Dash. This is Jedi Andy. How you doing? Yeah, a bit hard to keep up Pandemanium. I'm in the yellow, Jedi Andy. That's cool. Like that one. That's one of the newer ones. Jedi looking pilot seat, am I invisible to you? No, I can see you. You're just very, very dark at the moment, but I can definitely see you. You really like RSI design, especially the new ship like Galaxy and Zeus, but your all-time favourite was the Constellation series, really. I'm not a big fan of the Connies either, if I'm being honest. I don't hate them, don't get me wrong. But I'm not a big fan of them. But I agree, the new design language for RSI it's so good and it's so consistent. Like, it's actually got an identity to it, and that's what I really love about what they're doing with the RSI ships at the moment. Like, everything from the Zeus up to the Galaxy, you know, even the Arastra, although it's not quite the same shape, the language is there. And it's just so good. I love it. For you, it's the K2 Owl. You just love how the ship feels. The firepower is mediocre, definitely. But it flies really nice. Yeah, when back in IAE, I gave the K2 Owl a test, and I was underwhelmed by it because of the firepower. But, you know, I think a lot of these ships are going to have another pass anyway at some stage. So... I'm really hoping we see Ollie 43 in this shard at some point. I've never been on the same server as him before, so I kind of want to be. Still no server recovery. Everything's working absolutely fine. That's why you might get a Galaxy, but until either the Galaxy or the Zeus gets out, it's the Connies. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I chose the Zeus MR because I wanted a bounty hunter ship. I want to actually, like, do proper bounty hunting where you go and capture players and take them places. You know, that's part of the gameplay I'm really looking forward to. But the Galaxy I like, but I don't know. I mean, with real money, I'm not going to buy any of the bigger ships. I do have a massive soft spot, stroke hard spot for the Kraken. I really love the Kraken, and if I were going to spend money on a bigger ship, the Kraken would be like one of my first choices, because I just love the idea of having my own aircraft carrier. It's just so cool. Again, I have to say the server is beautifully smooth right now. You also got the MR as well, yeah. My reasoning was, as well, obviously, I wanted the Bounty Hunter ship. There was no point me getting the ES, because I have my Mercury Star Runner, is my Explorer. And there's no point getting the cargo version, because my Mercury Star Runner does cargo as well. Whereas I don't have anything to do the bounty hunting with, so it just made sense to get the MR. And I love the design of the Zeus. One of the things I love about the MR as well is the fact it's got an armory, and I wanted a ship with an armory. People just love the big guns for a reason, but you're a sentimental person. You just love how it flies and looks. Yeah, fair enough. I've not really vibed with many of the alien ships so far. I do love the Zulan. I think it's an amazing design, and I had one, but I didn't use it. I just didn't use it. I had other ships that I was using instead. So I do like the Zulan as a concept. I think it was beautifully designed. One of the best designs they've had, but just, you know, not particularly purposeful at the moment. Octavian, hello, welcome. How are you doing? Thank you for dropping in. Hope you are well. Thoughts on the MR weapons seems to be a little lacking. What I would say is seems to be a little lacking when they announced it. There is a chance that as it went through white box and grey box that things changed. If it does come out the way they designed it, then yes, maybe a little lacking. But it's not really... It seems weird to say this, but it's not necessarily... Sorry, my volume keeps adjusting itself. It's not necessarily a combat-focused ship. It needs to be able to do combat, but it's not heavy fighter or anything. It's there to capture people and take them in, so you need enough to be able to knock them out. It's got... Is it an EMP that it's got on it? I can't remember. So it's more going to be about stealth than direct confrontation, I think, the MR, in a lot of ways, but we'll see. With the whole new, you know, master modes and everything as well, we'll have to see how they impact the MR. And of course, you know, we can upgrade the weapons anyway. It has EMP and QD, so yeah, that's going to be where its real strength is, in actually disabling ships like that and then getting them. You have to go. Wish you a nice stream. I will try to visit your stream sometimes. You'll be more than welcome, Stark. It'll be great to have you. Thank you very much for dropping by. I really appreciate it. And yeah, happy adventures in the verse, and hopefully we see you around more. And yeah, keep an eye out for when I'm back on here and on Twitch as well. But good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Just have a drink. Now, guys, bear in mind there is now 51 minutes left of this 2-hour window for this part of the test. We're not really doing much yet, but to be honest, it's kind of good to see, just seeing how smooth everything is. I want to go up to the cartography deck. You can launch the game, but you can't seem to join any server. It did take me 3 attempts just, so keep trying. Oh, hi. Hello there. Hello. A love your marker. I don't have your marker, Barty. Why did I read that as I love your marker? Oh, here we go. I got up here just as we're leaving. That's right, that gives me a chance. Oh, what a view. What a view. I genuinely love this shit. Oh no, what am I doing? Yeah, that's right. That doesn't look right. There's an issue with the textures on the Karak door, so I'm gonna create a marker again so that I can report that one on the issue council. Although I don't know if that's particularly what they care about for this test, but I'll mark it anyway. So Apollo's there, DPW gas. We're looking for DPG fin. So it looks like DP... Oh no, I was going to say DP is part of a organisation or something, but no, I was wrong. Have you ordered any of the Zeus's Octavian? Have you ordered a MR as well? So I'm just hanging around for a minute. God, I love this shit. Just so good. Oh, right there. Someone kill me in the Karak. Rude. Oh, damn. Something killed Contagion. You've got one. Excellent. Excellent. I've got a funny feeling there's going to be a lot of people with the MRs. It makes sense because it's the more different one of the ships. You play the CCU game quite heavily, fair enough. I don't touch the CCU stuff, to be honest, mainly because I just don't have the money to do it. And B, because my brain just doesn't work. So, but, yeah, if I've got the money to buy a ship, I just tend to buy it outright. But I deliberately don't buy too many ships with real money. Although I am concierge, so you know. Always said I'd only buy my starter ship and that would be it. And next thing you know, I've spent nearly 1,300 quid on it. So, Oh, you got the Polaris. Nice, 260. Good price at the moment. Yeah, the Polaris does look like a good one. Oh, Contagion's in prison, apparently. Okay. Someone's trying to talk, and I didn't hear a word that he said. Just love being able to stand in this cockpit. And the thing is, if it was real life, I'd be doing exactly the same. Makers are glitched now, apparently. Okay, so we've got those issues. I mean, the thing is, although there are a few other issues here, the general performance seems to be really solid. It crashed into that. Would love to see really combat-capable bounty hunter, something scary. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. We're going to have a whole universe of Boba Fett's and Zuckuses and Bosks flying around in various different ships. The thing is, we've got to come up with really good names for our bounty hunter vessels. You know, we've got to pick proper bounty hunter names for them. So, and I'm obviously a huge Star Wars fan. It's right there in my name. I just can't think of what I'd want to call mine. Like my MSR, because I'm also a Star Trek fan. And I've always said the Mercury Star Runner. I know a lot of people say that it reminds them of, like, the Millennium Falcon. Not for me. It reminds me more of the USS Defiant. So I've actually called my Mercury Star Runner the Benjamin Sisko. You know. So I'm going to do little things like that with my naming conventions on my ships. Can't even write in channel, so I can confirm. Or can even. So yeah, Cosmic is in the ship. Kind of wish that party markers were green too. Yeah, that would be useful. That would actually be a good idea if your player markers change color if they were in your party. That would be something I would hope they could customize down the line. Because I do think we need a lot more customization with markers, but that could be coming anyway. Okay, right, it looks like we're heading to... No, don't come to Lorville, Apollo says. Do not come to Lorville. No, Pandemanium was going to land at the gates. Okay, fair enough. Every ship Apollo tries to spawn is destroyed, so there's something wrong with spawning ships at Lorville. We can land outside and pick you all up. No hangars. Oh, that's an idea. I'll head to the gates. Yep, cool. Right, lead the way, boss. I'm going to go somewhere because I'm going to fall on my arse again. Let's go and sit at the Nostromo's table. How do you know if you are in a wave or not? The fact that you've got access, I think would do. I don't think there's anything that actually tells you you are in wave X, you have access. What happens just when you click to launch the game? Does it come up with an error message, or does it try and load you into the game? Blah, 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 blah. Oh my god, a face hugger! Look impressed. Yeah, we're not getting the oh no, I am getting constant animation. Whoa, that looks so cool. I'm not the captain of the Nostromo. I will self-destruct. Honestly, I can't wait for them to put the creatures in. That's going to be so good. Get away from her, you bitch. I might actually have to name one of my ships the Ripley, for sure. Because she is like one of the all-time great sci-fi characters, full stop. The game loads, you're on the main menu, and it's when you try to join the server that it takes forever, like it's loading into nothing. Just, you are in the appropriate wave, because if you weren't, as soon as you press launch, you'd have a message pop up with a little red icon saying, you do not have access. So you are in the right wave, it's just tech preview problems. That's all it is. It's just simply the fact that it's just taking a while to load you in, and I think it's just a case of try and close down the launcher and try again. Out of curiosity, guys, have people been able to download and install the new launcher that it is only available to people in Wave 1. But if you have a look on Spectrum, there is a link on there to download it. You do need to make sure that you select the right files, otherwise it'll try and reinstall the game again. But I launched through the new launcher as well. So, but it shouldn't make a difference if you're on the old launcher, he says. Are we going to get to test the replication layer? I mean, depends what happens in the game, really, isn't it? I just wish we could jump to... I really wish we could jump to Pyro. That's what I really want to do. I'm desperate to go to Pyro. Oh, this looks so awesome! Excuse me, I'm getting my singy voice on. I only do that with this game. I don't do that with anything else. I just get really, like, excited and singy with Star Citizen. I will probably fall over. Yes, Dash, I see it. Excuse me, sorry. Okay, so FPS is starting to drop now that we're getting closer to Lorville. Doesn't surprise me. I think Lorville is the new Orison. Oh, this is terrifying. This is terrifying. Look up. There's Apollo. Oh, excellent. Apollo's literally riding below us on the trains. That's cool. That is cool. I remember when you didn't used to be able to fly this close to the gates.
Landing gear deployed.
I see a blue box and names coming in. Pandemanium is going to get some ground vehicles as well. Handover from server to server is taking a while now, apparently. Okay. It's so smooth. Genuinely. The game is working. He says as FPS crashes.
Takeoff complete.
Can we go and steal someone's little ICs? In your launcher is the version of the tech preview 322.0 RL 912.0832. It is indeed. It is. So again, it may just be that it's slow to get into it, just because obviously a lot of people are probably going to be trying to get on at the same time. So, well, I guess we don't need that for this testing, yeah. Vehicles aren't spawning, okay. What stuff do they actually need us to stress test for this, guys? I know we can't jump to Pyro, but what else is there that will actually test the replication there and whatever? Everyone's looking at me weird because I talked in game. No worries, Just. No worries. Put as many people in one area and see what the swerver does. Hey, no swerving. Crashing a meshed server. So basically what we really need to do is we need to get everyone to go to New Babbage, park outside on the ice, and just have every player and every ship in that area and see how well the server copes. That sounds a good suggestion to me. It just says players normal. Basically, or here. People are going to Lathan to do that. Where's Lathan? This is harder on server than Microtech is. Okay, fair enough. If you're outside the 890 and want to invite the Seraphim, no, we're not there. Switching from space to planet area is switching server, so that's the best way to test it. Okay, didn't realise that. Okay, so everyone is going to HDMS Lathan. Let's go to HDMS Lathan then. No one can do. Tons of mentions on global for Lathan, okay. We'll just go to the money for nothing mission and maybe stack up there, maybe. So I'm just going to go and stand at the command. I'm not going to click anything because I know it'll take over, but this is so good. Oh, I love this game. I just love this game. Oh my god. I do actually need to go at 9 because my friend's getting on eStream and I'm his mod, so I can't be on for too long. You're on the you've made it on, have you just? Excellent. Well done. Yeah, just have to be patient and be persistent with it. If you're on the same server, just head to HDMS Lathan, so that's where everyone's going to be. Just keeping an eye on all the stats and everything just seems to be fine. It's currently not over 90,000 entities. Jesus. Not getting any packet loss. Server FPS is hovering between 8 and 10 at the moment. Oh, were you picking someone else up or? Oh, okay, so he's doing it like that. I definitely haven't left the channel. I am here. I am on the Karak. I'm going to fall on my arse in a second. Valor says he'll check out Lathan and see what's happening there and let you know. If not, then the MT idea sounds awesome also. I mean, I do occasionally come up with good ideas, so... you don't think you're on the same one, very rare. You might be on the same shard. You never know. Just on a different server. Oh, waiting for free ICU. ICU's in use, 51. ICU Q position 1. You will respawn in. Press F to leave Q. Is this it? What's happening? Someone tell me what's happening. What is this? Is this testing the replication layer? Is this testing server recovery? I'm still on the ship, I can hear it. I don't know if you guys can still hear me, but I just collapsed and I've now got a message on screen. Waiting for free ICU. ICU's in use 51. ICU Q position 1. You will respawn in blank. Press F to leave queue and use default location Orison Crusader.
I don't know if it can.
Okay. Yeah, I heard you say that as well, so maybe this is an example of the server going down. So that's when you die. Okay. Yeah, because of course it will spawn me back at Orison because that's my home location.
That's a shame. have ice in
Okay, so it sounds like both you and me just randomly died on the ship. I can hear somebody shooting. There are currently missiles being fired, or torpedo. Yeah, it's missiles, isn't it? ICU intensive care unit. Oh, okay. Okay, so it's just waiting for an available ICU. Okay, interesting. Is this going to be a new message that we get when we die then?
Well, dead.
The other guy is talking, he's French. Oh, okay, I died. So I don't know what caused the death. And it looks like I'm heading towards heaven. I expect to see an angel appear in front of me any second. This is actually the worst FPS I've had in terms of lags. Probably, yes, yeah. No, FPS is now climbing again. It did say that there may be issues when you die. So you have to exit the game and load back in. And it looks like I'm having that. So let me exit to menu. Because this is the instructions that they said. It's one of the known issues. And then I will load back in. And I think I've now got Dash as a friend. So I'm going to try and load off Dash and see if it puts me back on the Karak. Or it shouldn't do because I was dead, but cannot join. The server is full. There we go. 195 people out of 200. So it looks like 5 people just dropped out then. So maybe 5 people died. But yeah, the server's up to the 200. So are they going to be increasing the numbers? Because that was the whole point of this 2-hour slot, was to increase those numbers. Because at the moment it looks like a shard has 4 servers to it then. Am I right like that, or am I completely wrong? What's my name in game? It's just Jedi Andy. The TV isn't on the end. So it's Jedi Andy, all one word. I suppose I should. I mean, I think everyone who's watching has got the game already, but if anyone isn't watching, my referral code is up there on the top left-hand corner. So you need to use that when you set up your Robert Space Industries account. Cannot use it later. I hope they change that. But on sign up, you get 5,000 UEC, and I get a referral point towards some freebies in the game down the line. So I've had 15 referrals so far, which I'm really happy with. It's really cool. So going to keep an eye on Twitter as well, just to see if there's any more updates. Guys in chat, is anyone going to CitizenCon? Croncy's having an issue with his server, although how long ago was that? That was half an hour ago. Let's have a look. Anyone else commenting? 2 hours ago, again, they had 800 people capped. So it's just not showing that for us right now. It is so exciting to have like 800 people in the game in the same instance of the game. It's just That's so amazing. So Burks 15 minutes ago said 800 player test today highlights 0 to 200 felt live ready. 200 to 400 were okay but rough at times. 400 to 800 was unplayable. Another big test tomorrow. So and it was actually him who said, so this was yesterday in the first test. He said virtually seamless transitions, only tell was a minor bug. Lots of 30k, sometimes no recovery, which was which was expected, so no big deal. And he said NPCs are terrifying and actually use logic. He has also posted a video, so tonight I'm going to watch his video on that, because he'll have captured a lot, and I don't want to see what these NPCs are like. And I don't mind talking about other streamers, other creators and their content, because, you know, we're all one community and we're all working together to help this game be just fucking phenomenal, which is what it's going to be. So it looks like it's taking a while to get in again. I've only got 20 minutes, so it may end up not being able to get back in, unfortunately. Well, right, I'm just checking my Discord because my friend may have posted something he has. Okay, I'll look at that later. Again, I might as well do another call out, guys. So if there is anyone new watching, I hope you're enjoying this today. I hope you're having a good time, having a chat with me, watching the not quite chaos, but you know, on the game. But do feel free to drop a subscription. I will be obviously putting out I will be putting out a video later on this week, hopefully tomorrow, to be honest, tomorrow evening. But if not tomorrow, then during the week, I'll be putting out a video on my reaction to the personal instance hangers, and I'm going to try and pull my finger out and get back onto the regular posting. Open your console to see if you have an error. To be honest, I wouldn't know what I'm looking for on this. Is wait for async spawns, status busy, actor position divergence, invalid zone server, client, team actor. So yeah, it looks like it's struggling to put me back into the game, but I assume I've just got to wait for it to 30k18. Stanton to Orison Hospital is not contained within landing zone. Corpse player Cirrus Stark remote client. Is corpse enabled? Yes. There is a local inventory but no hospital. That's a bit weird. So actor position divergence, invalid zone. Oh, here we go. And we're back. Well, that was rude. The game kicked me out. It killed me. You restarted the game every time, so actor position, divergence, invalid zone. I also don't have any of my clothing. Except I'm naked. Well, nearly naked. Thank God it's just the test server. Okay, we're getting that wonderful bug again. Is it on? It's on. Oh, I lost my backpack. Okay. I'm not gonna bother with weapons right now, I don't think. Just put on armor. Oh, hello. So we're back at Orison. Oh well. Someone says 47 out of 80. I assume that's not the server. give them that information because everyone wants to know. Oh, they're scared again. Weird. So yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to get one of the 800 player servers just yet. Which is a shame. Gonna get on, we're gonna get on. Just. It's so good seeing players again. Don't know what the FPS thing in brackets is. So it's FPS 26, and then in brackets it's got what looks like a range of FPS. Okay. Hello, everybody. Oh, I'm back in the party, apparently. No, I'm not. Yeah, I've only got like 15, 18 minutes, so I'm not going to be able to get much done, but it's kind of cool just being on here and feeding what the servers are like. A lot of it is about feeling how these servers are doing, isn't it?
Station.
Oh,
If this is your
Pandemonium's
stop,
had an issue.
Please prepare to disembark. Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
Oh, excuse me. God dear.
Providing connections to all major platforms.
Right, again, I want to see how the elevators cope with multiple people in them.
Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
Is it safe? Is it secret? Is it safe? Free booze. No. You have to pay for it. Right. Just grab a ship. Oh, I might even grab the Aurora. I don't need anything super complex for this test. I think the Aurora will get me where I want to go.
Welcome.
God, remember when
to
the
the
ASOP
ASOP vehicle
terminals wouldn't
retrieval
work?
system.
Oh, that was terrible.
Welcome. Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle
Hang
has
on
been
a
delivered.
sec.
Please.
Just having a look at all the stats. Sorry, I'm just lapsed into silence a little bit there. So, God, look at this silly little ship. I once swore I'd never fly one of these things, but lately it's been useful. Just to get me from A to B. Right.
You are clear to launch.
Welcome to Powered Space Industries. Enjoy the world.
Some random landing gear just fell through the floor. I have a massive CRI. I mean, don't need to brag about it.
Thank you.
It's such a
Please
terrible
visit
little
again.
ship. Anyone have a count on this shard? Let's see if anyone can give us an updated number. Again, I definitely think everything looks a bit sharper. Just told you to put your landing gear away, shit. See if we can get over to Hurston quickly. It's Latham, wasn't it? Wait, where is Latham? What planet is it on? There it is. Just want to get there. Oh, that's not meant to happen. See my death marker in the middle of space there. Someone says it's 180 out of 200. Okay. Yeah, it looks like maybe today things haven't been stable enough for them to bother increasing the cap. There's that bug that it mentioned about it sometimes just dropping you out of quantum randomly, which is a known bug, so we don't need to report that or add to that. Now we should get us the rest of the way. No, you can only do it on, it's only on US servers, just. It's literally only open on US for the tech preview. So whatever you selected, it would still have put you in a US server. That could be why it was taking a little while at the start, actually. Because it might have thought, why is he selecting an EU one, and then it was failing. But yeah, they tend not to do the tech preview tests on all the regional servers. So this is an early test build and not indicative of gameplay content on the official live servers. I mean, in some ways that's good, in some ways that's not. Traveling. I'm just going to quickly check on a couple of things. Thanks for hanging around, by the way, Justin. Really appreciate it. For my first YouTube stream, this is actually going a lot better than I expected it to. So it's cool. It's really good. Thank you for hanging around. And again, do feel free, like anyone who watches me, anyone who plays with me, feel free to send me a friend request on the game. I'll add people. So, won't necessarily play with people all the time, but I'm there. And if I see you in the servers, I'll potentially come and join in, come and help out, you know. But, you know, before long, the game's going to be so much fun to play with other people. I mean, it already is fun to play with other people. It's going to be even more fun. We're going to need groups of us when we go to Pyro as well. It's going to be too risky to fly to Pyro solo. This is my first ever YouTube stream. I usually do Twitch. But I've been thinking about giving the YouTube streaming a try, just to see what it's like. There's a lot of features that I still want them to add before I really consider switching permanently. But I certainly, with this experience today, I'm definitely going to look at doing a YouTube stream once a month to supplement any videos that I put up. But yeah, I'm actually quite liking the YouTube stream experience. So it's great to see new people as well, you know. Twitch is very, very competitive on every game, really. So, whereas YouTube isn't saturated with live streams, so got a better chance of like finding more of you guys. But yeah, no, it's been good. Definitely a learning experience, but a good learning experience. Just under 60 FPS. Brilliant. Like it's barely dropping below 59 FPS at the moment. People, what a bunch of bastards. Never has a truer word been spoken. So true, Lefty. Oh, apparently I think the 890 jump has crashed. The poor souls on the 890, they live on in our memory. Oh dear. I really hope somebody's captured that for a video somewhere then. I've never noticed that. All the little indicators on that bar there. So yeah, hopefully within, well, let's think of it this way. I think they want 323 to be up and running before Invictus, and Invictus will be starting around the 10th of May. So around that time. And they're going to want 323 in on the PTU for at least 2 weeks before that. So I think, what are we now? We're on the 23rd of March. I reckon, and this is a very bold prediction, I reckon in 2 weeks, assuming the next 2 Evocati tests go fine, we'll get 323 on the PTU. 3 weeks at the absolute most. And you know, if that does happen, if we do get it, I will definitely make sure I do another YouTube stream on 323, but I will be doing like 2 streams a week on Switch on 323 as well. So, and yeah, we'll try and get some videos together as we actually experience what 323 is like. Can't wait to see those hangars. Not quite sure why there's a random distance marker appeared in front of me. It's increasing. There's Lathan. Thought I just heard another ship. It's so quick at jumping into quantum. And there's none of those silly little lags that you get. Oh, FPS has gone up to 80. Oh. Somebody was griefing. Okay. Oh, I think I'm in quantum and it's done its weird thing again. Let me get out the seat. Yeah. It's done that a couple of times. Ooh, that was a weird glitch. Turn the gimbals off. Oh, the mark is actually staying on. Good. I'm not seeing other ships here, though. I expected to see quite a lot of people here. So it sounds like somebody blew up the 890 jump. I mean, that's technically not griefing, but considering it's a tech preview, it'd be nice if people actually stuck to testing what needs to be tested.
deployed.
I actually don't like piloting this ship. The cockpit is really weird. Ollie! Hey! We're on the same shard server as Ollie 43. I'm happy now. Such a good bloke. Looking forward to hopefully coming across him at I keep going to say Comic-Con, CitizenCon later this year. There was 800 until it blew up. Okay. That was an 890 jump, Cameron. There you go, Just. I've just added you. Okay. Right, well, we're where everyone's said to go to, and there's no one here. No one at Latham, then. You prefer YouTube streams, fair enough. Yeah, I would like to do more on YouTube. It's just there's a lot of, from a streamer's perspective, there's just a lot of stuff that Twitch does better at the moment. YouTube need to add a lot of stuff, but it certainly isn't bad. 143. There we go. So it looks like the servers are having a little bit of a problem at the moment then. Fair enough. It's a shame because I was really hoping we would get to see like the 800, but there's more tests this weekend. Thank you very much, Dashton, for the subscription. Really appreciate that. Thank you. That ship is so loud for the tiny little thing. What is the time? I am going to have to jump off, unfortunately. So yeah, I might as well just leave the ship there. I'm kind of not that bothered by the damned Aurora. So yeah, guys, I do actually need to get off. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to carry on and see if these numbers do increase. But thank you to everyone who's watched today. I really, really do appreciate it. Like, for my first YouTube stream, this has gone really well. Dashton, no problem. You was just engaged. Oh, Dash, brilliant. Thank you very much. Oh, that makes it even better. That's you were in game and then found me and subbed. Thank you so much, my friend. Much appreciated. But yeah, so that's going to be it for me for today. I'll be back on Twitch on Monday, Wednesday and Friday. I'll look at when I can do another YouTube stream because this has been a good experience and I do want to do more. I think whenever I do stream on YouTube, it will be exclusively Star Citizen, whereas on Twitch I have a mix of games, Star Citizen, as I said, Battlefront. There'll be something else on Monday potentially as well. But yeah, no, it's been good and it's really nice to meet all you new guys. If you do want to come and follow me over on Twitch, please do. You're going to be more than welcome. Jedi Andy TV over there. Also on, you know, Twitter, Instagram, Threads. Head on over to those. I do have a Discord as well. The link is in my About Me section or whatever you call it on YouTube. But yeah, that is going to be it. Have a good few days, guys. Enjoy your adventures in the verse. And I will hopefully see you all again sometime very, very soon. Have a good one.